It's an annual visit I look forward to as much as the game itself. To get you set for Super Bowl 55 between Tampa and Kansas City this Sunday, it's our very own Pigskin prognosticator, former Ticat, friend of the show. On the show for the second time in a week, Pete Dyakowski.
Yes,
hey, buddy.
It's tough to repeat. We'll see if Kansas City can do it too.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the for the casual fan who maybe doesn't know too much about these teams. You have Kansas City and Tampa. What do we need to know, Pete?
This is an incredible matchup, and it's what everybody wanted to see. We've got the juggernaut Kansas City Chiefs, returning Super Bowl champions, amazing, solid from top to bottom, versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No one thought, aside from me maybe, no one thought they were going to be in this game. They were 7-5 at one point this season. And now look at them. They're playing at home. The first team to play in their home stadium in Super Bowl history. Now, Raymond James Stadium won't be quite the same. The cannons on the famous pirate ship will be silenced because the NFL said it was unfair. But this is the matchup we want to see.
Well, you have the matchup and the quarterback matchup. That's the top story. I find the buzz this week, honestly, Pete, hasn't really been there because you don't have Fan Fest, you don't have all that. But come game time, you have the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, against the next GOAT in Patrick Mahomes.
Well, see, and that's the thing about greatness. Patrick Mahomes is very, very, very good, but Tom Brady is great, proven greatness. Now, he's 43 years old, and how well will his O-line protect him? They've kept him pretty safe all season long. Tampa Bay has got a good O-line. Now, watch their center, Ryan Jensen. He has been called by a friend of mine who watches that position closely, borderline controlled chaos, and he's up against Chris Jones on the Chiefs' defensive line, big D tackle. If he can get pushed and collapse the depth of that pocket, we could see Tom Brady get uncomfortable. And if Tom Brady throws 2 picks, the Buccaneers aren't going to win. Now, Mahomes, he's playing on a dinged-up toe. Now, he claimed in the media the other day that his toe was almost 100%, but almost is. And when Mahomes is behind the O-line that he's got, he might have some problems because they're dinged up. They've got their right tackle, millionaire journeyman, bumped over to a left tackle, all right, because of injuries. And they've got their right guard, undrafted free agent, coming out to play right tackle. A very difficult position, I'll have you guys all know. Now, if the Tampa Bay defense can get penetration, can get to Mahomes, we're going to see an interesting game. We might not see the barn burner that some people are expecting.
You love talking about the lines as a former offensive lineman, right? And that's where a lot of these games are normally won. Kansas City won the game last year. Okay, so they're back in the Super Bowl. Only 4th team in the past 20 years who have gone back to the Super Bowl. The last team to repeat as Super Bowl champs was the New England Patriots in 03-04. What makes it so hard to not only get back there, but to repeat as champs?
You can't get complacent. And that's the thing about being the returning champ and having just such an incredible season. They've only got 2 losses, and one of those losses was when they'd already clinched their playoff spot and it didn't really matter. So this is just a dominant team, and they have just destroyed opponents. If you look at their margins of victory and what Mahomes has been doing, it is historic. But they're going up against a great quarterback, one of the greatest to ever play the game. True greatness is rare, and there's a certain spark, there's a certain special something that makes Tom Brady such a leader. And we're going to see some excitement on the offenses, maybe not as high scoring as something, but we're going to see 2 legendary, historic tight ends duking it out. And that's the beauty of the American game. Now, I'm a big fan of the Canadian, of course, first and foremost. I got Garney Henley looking at me over my shoulder there. But the American game, you get the tight ends, those kind of big guys. And we've got Rob Gronkowski, probably the guy who's having more fun than anybody in the game. He's back out of retirement. He just wants one more Super Bowl victory party. But standing in his way is Travis Kelce, the #1 tight end in America, made who he is by his college Bearcat Cincinnati quarterback, Zach Collaros. Now, this guy is so good, he's just fun to watch. So make sure you're watching Travis Kelce. He'll put a smile on your face. Look at this one. Look at him go. Boy, you guys got some great clips for me here. Oh,
there you go. Okay, obviously we're over time, but we have one more thing to do. Is your prediction the Pigskin prognosticator? It comes down to this, Big Pete. You have Kansas City, you have Tampa Bay. The floor is yours. Who do you got?
Well, we all know just how dominant Kansas City are and how great they are and how unbeatable they are, but they don't call me Pirate Pete for nothing. I'm going with Tampa Tom and the Buccaneers.
Whoa, there you go. How do you bet against Tom Brady? Okay, you got a score?
Oh, of course. Now, again, we know the degenerates are tuning in just for this because they're going to make some money off of this. It's going to be 28-24, all right?
Awesome. Say hi to your tiger over your right shoulder there too, by the way.
He's
Your shoulder, that little tiger. You got a
Go
little tiger
Tigers.
there.
You got the LSU.
Go Tigers.
Big LSU content. 6 LSU Tigers in the game. We'll get to that next time.
There you go. Okay, enjoy the game. Thanks, buddy. Good seeing you, okay? Stay safe.
Yeah.